I actually don't think that she pushed off. I think that, again, it looks to me like Te-Hina Paopao threw herself out of the play after hacking Caitlin Clark. She hacked Caitlin Clark, overcommitted, and threw herself out. The whole Te-Hina Paopao Caitlin Clark situation is just mad. It's just mad. And I'm not joking when I say this. Like, there is now a new angle that shows I don't even think in the whole push-off situation Caitlin Clark pushed off the play. That's what it looks like. And Caitlin Clark, her arm is like being grabbed by Te-Hina Paopao, and she does take it off. Could there have been contact? Sure. But I've never, like, this is some of the worst refereeing I've ever seen to not call a defensive foul here.
Did you just see what happened to Caitlin Clark? The footage is going viral right now, and fans are losing their minds over this blatant referee no call. A player literally bear hugged Clark to stop her from driving to the basket, and the refs just stood there watching like nothing happened. This isn't just a one-time thing either. The evidence is stacking up that WNBA refs might have something against the league's newest star. Clark had to create her own space because she was being held, forcing her to take a difficult shot instead of an easy drive. Is this the treatment the player bringing millions of new eyes to the league deserves? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
The footage, this angle makes it look so much worse. And again, like, people genuinely, you know, the whole, oh, obviously these XYZ guard is better than Caitlin Clark. Some of the worst refereeing I have seen in my lifetime. And this is one of the worst missed calls I think I've ever seen in basketball. Like, this is not just a hand check. This is a double jersey grab. I've seen someone say Deja Kelly's better than Caitlin Clark. She just got waived. And obviously the Deja Kelly video is coming out before this one. I'm recording this 8:23. 58 minutes after this was tweeted, just for a timestamp.
Did you catch what just happened to Caitlin Clark? The footage is all over social media showing her literally getting bear hugged on the court with zero calls from the refs. I'm not exaggerating. This player wrapped both arms around Clark like they were at a family reunion, not a professional basketball game. Let's break down exactly what happened in this play. Clark was trying to drive to the basket, doing what she does best. She had momentum, she saw an opening, and she was ready to attack. That's when her defender decided hugging was an acceptable defensive strategy and wrapped both arms around her. The craziest part? This wasn't some quick grab that happened in a split second. The defender held onto Clark for seconds, while 3 refs had clear views of what was happening. 3 refs, all with whistles in their mouths, all watching this happen, and not one of them thought, hey, maybe wrapping your arms around an offensive player isn't legal basketball defense. You can see in the footage how Clark had to completely change her offensive move. She was forced to step back just to create any space at all. Think about how hard that is. Clark had to adjust her entire approach mid-play because someone was literally hugging her on the court. This forced her to take a much harder shot instead of the drive she was planning.
We're going to watch it in slow-mo. And again, slow-mo, you can never tell really anything in slow-mo, but it can get us a pause at the right time. But if you look at this clip right here, let's watch this. Let's watch this right here. So, we're going to watch it in full speed. Paopao is on her. Paopao grabs her hip, and that happens. So, you see here. So, Caitlin's trying to blow by Te-Hina Paopao. Te-Hina Paopao is caught in a really weird defensive position where she's forcing nowhere. She's just playing flat.
Imagine trying to play basketball while someone's hugging you. How are you supposed to move? How are you supposed to shoot? It completely changes the game. What makes this worse is that this wasn't garbage time in a blowout. This was a crucial possession in a close game with thousands of fans watching in the arena and many more at home. Every possession matters, especially when the game is tight. The clip that's going viral came from a Twitter user named Correlation, who pointed out how obvious the foul was. Now basketball fans everywhere are sharing it and asking the same question. How did the refs miss this? After the play, you can literally see Clark looking at the refs with that, "Are you serious right now?" expression while they just stand there like nothing happened. The disbelief on her face says everything. This is the exact play that's fueling all the controversy. A textbook defensive foul that wasn't called, forcing one of the league's biggest stars to take a much harder shot than necessary. And here's the thing, this isn't an isolated incident. This is just one example of what looks like a pattern against Clark, which we need to talk about next.
And like normally on someone like Caitlyn, normally on a guard that's quick and can burn you, you gotta force somewhere. Like Te-Hina Paopao is not a good enough defender to play flat like this, and she knows that. She got caught.
The reaction to this no call has been massive. Fans aren't just annoyed, they're furious. Social media is exploding with people questioning if these refs have something personal against Clark. Is there some kind of secret agenda going on here? WNBA viewership is up over 300% in some games featuring Caitlin Clark. That's not a small increase. That's a complete transformation of the league's audience. So when all these new fans see their new favorite player getting treated unfairly, you better believe they're making noise about it. Have you seen Twitter and Instagram lately? The comments sections are brutal. Fans are posting clip after clip of Clark getting fouled with 0 calls. People are saying things like, the refs are literally ruining the game, and this is unwatchable. They're not wrong either. Some of these missed calls are so obvious that my grandma could see them from her living room without her glasses on. Here's what's really scary about all this. The WNBA lost $40 million last season. That's a huge amount of money. But then Clark shows up and brings millions of new viewers with her. She's like a one-woman economic stimulus package for women's basketball. Fans are tuning in specifically to watch stars like Clark play at their best. How can they do that if refs aren't protecting them with fair calls? This matters even more when you look at the money. The new collective bargaining agreement could see max salaries jump from $249,000 to potentially $1 million. That's a 300% increase. These players deserve that money, but the league needs to keep growing to make it happen. And guess what? Clark is only making $78,000 right now. That's insane for someone bringing this much attention to the league. The math doesn't add up. But here's the problem. If refs keep missing obvious calls like this bear hug, fans might stop watching. No fans means no money for those bigger contracts. The evidence is building that refs are consistently missing calls when Clark has the ball. Fans are absolutely furious about it, and this pattern of no calls is threatening the very financial future that could finally pay WNBA stars what they deserve. So what does this all mean for the future of the WNBA and stars like Caitlin Clark? Can the league afford to ignore what's happening on the court? Will they step in and fix this obvious problem before it costs them the momentum they've built? The evidence is clear. WNBA refs are missing obvious calls against Caitlin Clark. This isn't just hurting her play, it's threatening the league's future. Look at that bear hug again. How is that not a foul? The WNBA has this amazing opportunity right now. They've got millions of new fans watching because of Clark, but they might lose them if the officiating stays this bad. Nobody wants to watch their favorite player get beat up with no calls. The ball is in the WNBA's court now. Will they fix this referee problem, or will they let bad officiating kill all the momentum they've built?